Obviously very ambitious. That's led to some really ambitious deadlines that have been missed. So Falcon Heavy was originally 2012. The Model X was a little bit delayed. The Model X was delayed. The Model 3 seems to be stretching. But the Model 3 in particular is a consumer product. You're taking money from people against a really aggressive production schedule and a huge amount of orders. What are you going to do to hit your deadlines on that, because it's real consumers this time and a big class of people?
Sure. I think the biggest thing is just designing the car for manufacturing. So in the case of Model S, like the Model S was the first time we'd really built a car, a whole car. Like with the Roadster, Lotus did the body and chassis, we did the powertrain, then we did the sort of final installation of the powertrain to the chassis. But the Model S was the first time we made a car. So we were just trying to make a great car, but we had no idea like what it meant to design something to be manufacturable. So the Model S is super hard to make, and then the Model X is built off of the Model S platform, except it's got a bunch of other whiz-bang technologies that make it even harder to build. So, definitely we want to do the opposite of what we did with the X, which is make something that is going to be a lot simpler, but still a car that people will love, and where every design decision is factoring in the manufacturability, and making sure that when we design something, that you can manufacture it at volume at an affordable price in the schedule that we're targeting. One of the things that makes a car very difficult, particularly if it's a new car, is that it's an integrated product with several thousand unique components. So we are somewhat at the mercy of whatever the slowest component is. Whatever, basically, I mean, if you say go to tier 2 and 3 suppliers, they end up being several thousand suppliers. So things move as fast as the least lucky and least competent supplier. But just, and you can think of like any natural disaster you care to name, all of those things have happened to our suppliers. Their factory has burnt down, there's been an earthquake, there's been a tsunami, there's been massive hail, there's been a tornado, the ship sank, there was a shootout at the Mexican border, no kidding. That delayed trunk carpet at one point. Well, and we couldn't get, and the Border Patrol wouldn't give us the truck because it had like bullet holes in it. We just wanted our trunk carpet. It's pretty safe. So it's like no cocaine or anything, so it's good. But that shut down the production line as an example for several days. So that's the biggest issue, is like the supply chain stuff is really tricky. And we're trying to anticipate as much of that as possible, increase our optionality so that there's more internal capability at Tesla. Not that we want to do things internally, but if a supplier is unable or unwilling to deliver the part, we can quickly make that internally. So I think the whole company is geared for that. Right now it looks like we should be able to do that. We expect to. Almost all of the Model 3 design is done, and we're aiming for pencils down basically in about 6 weeks, complete pencils down, and we're tabling all, if there are ideas for future cool things, we'll have it in version 2, version 3, future years type of thing. So overall, I feel pretty good about it. And our particularly our major supplier partners have been very supportive and are on board. One thing I should say is when I sort of cite a schedule, it is actually the schedule I think is true. It's not some fake schedule that I don't think is true. It's never, I may be delusional. That is entirely, possible, and maybe it's happened from time to time. But it's never, some knowingly fake deadline ever.
So is there an event in 6 weeks where you're going to announce autonomous driving is included in the penciled down plan for the Model 3?
We're not expecting any event in 6 weeks.